We have some major breaking news courtesy of the conservative Wall Street Journal, which is exclusively reporting a story which is and should be one of massive scandal and major political corruption, because Donald Trump just pulled one of, if not the, most corrupt pardons of his second administration by corruptly pardoning a convicted crypto mogul who has been a massive backer and donor to Trump's own crypto ventures. But before we unpack all that, if you end up liking this video and you want to support the channel, please be sure to hit the like, subscribe, and alert bells before you go. All right, friends, let's dive on in because presidential corruption should matter. Make it matter. Trump pardons convicted Binance founder. Pardon follows months of efforts by Changpeng Zhao to boost Trump crypto company. Donald Trump has pardoned Changpeng Zhao, the convicted founder of the crypto exchange Binance, according to people familiar with the matter, following months of efforts by Zhao to boost the Trump family's own crypto company. So this sure looks like a corrupt quid pro quo. Textbook classic Trump. Trump signed the pardon on Wednesday, the people said. Trump recently indicated to advisors that he was sympathetic to arguments of political persecution related to Zhao and others, one of the people said. White House Press Secretary Carolyn Leavitt said Trump had, quote, exercised his constitutional authority by issuing a pardon for Mr. Zhao, who was prosecuted by the Biden administration in their war on cryptocurrency. She added, quote, the Biden administration's war on crypto is over, end quote. Binance didn't immediately respond to a request for comment. A pardon will likely pave the way for Binance, the world's largest crypto exchange, to return to the U.S. after the company pled guilty in 2023 to violating U.S. anti-money laundering requirements and was barred from operating in the country. So again, I want to repeat that. The company this man founded pled guilty in 2023 for violating the law, for breaking the law, for engaging in money laundering. Shocking. The company spent nearly a year pursuing a pardon for Zhao, who left prison in September 2024 after serving a 4-month sentence for related charges. Earlier this year, the company hired lobbyist Ches McDowell to help pursue a pardon, the Journal previously reported. Since Trump's election, Binance has also been a key supporter of Trump's family's World Liberty financial crypto venture, a business that has driven a huge leap in the president's personal wealth. So again, I want to emphasize this. The very company that pled guilty in 2023 under the Biden administration to violating anti-money laundering laws and hasn't been able to operate in the United States has since been pumping money, has been a key supporter in Trump's private crypto ventures, which has effectively doubled his net worth. Corrupt quid pro quo. The Justice Department imposed a record $4.3 billion fine and burdensome oversight on Binance, which the department said had become a colossal money laundering hub through which sanctioned groups and criminal organizations laundered billions of dollars in illicit funds. The pardon may also prematurely end the Justice Department's 3-year Binance monitorship set up to ensure the company complies with U.S. financial crime laws. However, it likely won't end a separate monitorship established by the Treasury Department without the additional approval of Trump or the Treasury Secretary. Binance executives met with Treasury officials this spring to discuss loosening U.S. oversight on the company, which has lost ground over its rivals due to its legal troubles, the Wall Street Journal previously reported. Binance first reached out to allies of Donald Trump last year, offering to strike a business deal with the family as part of a plan to return the company to the United States, the Journal reported. I want to emphasize that again. The mounting evidence of a corrupt quid pro quo is staggering. They first reached out to allies of Trump this year, offering to strike a business deal with the Trump family as part of a deal for Binance, which pled guilty to violating anti-money laundering laws, to return to the U.S. Holy shit, the corruption is staggering. Representatives of the Trump family have held talks to take a financial stake in the U.S. arm of Binance. I really want to emphasize this. Representatives of the Trump family have held talks to take a financial stake in the U.S. arm of Binance. At the time, Zhao said he hadn't discussed a Binance.us deal with anyone, but wrote on X, quote, no felon would mind a pardon. He later filed a formal application for a pardon and hired U.S. lobbyists. World Liberty has generated significantly more income for the Trump family in the past year than their property portfolio ever has annually. Binance has been one of the main drivers of the growth of World Liberty's dollar-pegged cryptocurrency called USD1. It delivered World Liberty's first big break this spring when it accepted a $2 billion investment from an outside investor paid in USD1. Binance has also incentivized trading in USD1 across platforms it controls, so the corrupt incentives are staggering. World Liberty has said that Zhao is friends with Zach Witkoff, a World Liberty co-founder whose father, Steve Witkoff, is Trump's special envoy, but the venture hasn't struck any business deals with Binance. Zhao, who lives in Abu Dhabi, founded Binance in 2017 and grew it into the world's largest crypto trading platform with some 300 million users globally. He served 4 months in prison last year after pleading guilty to an anti-money laundering violation. Again, I want to be clear. He pled guilty. He said, I broke the law. I violated anti-money laundering laws. Prosecutors said the illicit transactions Binance enabled under Zhao's oversight caused, quote, significant harm to U.S. national security. Zhao is the latest crypto executive to receive a pardon from Trump. In March, the president pardoned Arthur Hayes, a co-founder of the crypto exchange BitMEX, who had pled guilty to violating anti-money laundering laws, so it's becoming a theme. Binance has been flying high this year, with its BNB token surging nearly 80% and to become the fourth largest cryptocurrency by market cap after Bitcoin, Ether, and stablecoin Tether, according to CoinMarketCap. Nonetheless, Zhao's criminal record has been a thorn in the side of Binance's business dealings, complicating its applications for regulatory licenses around the world and its ability to open bank accounts. A pardon for Zhao will likely invite intense scrutiny from Democrats on Capitol Hill. No shit, and it should. And if you're a Democrat who is involved with finance at all, if you sit on the relevant finance committees or commerce committees and you're not scrutinizing this, if you're not promising to go over this with a fine-tooth comb if and when you ever get back in power in the legislature or the executive, then you should fucking resign in disgrace. No more of this shit. Every Democrat should be shouting from the rooftops about this. Earlier this year, Democrats asked the Trump administration to detail its interactions with Binance and Zhao on a pardon, saying Binance's financial relationship with the Trump family raised ethical concerns. Raised ethical concerns? Mildly put. Let's look into some of the reaction before we close this video. Let's just refresh the page. Trump pardon Binance. Let's take a look. Tommy Vitor. Pod Save America. Binance willfully failed to report transactions on its platform by Al-Qaeda, ISIS, Hamas, and Palestinian Islamic Jihad. But then Trump's crypto company made a multi-billion-dollar deal in partnership with Binance, so Trump gave the founder a pardon. Shockingly brazen corruption. Sam Stein of The Bulwark. Step 1, Binance pumps up the Trump family crypto company. Step 2, Trump pardons Binance's convicted founder, Changpeng Zhao. Stephen Richer, major contributor to Trump family crypto efforts. It's comical how openly the White House is trading pardons for political or financial favor. I'm sure it's just coincidence that Binance pushes the Trump family crypto ventures. It's also coincidental that Zhao was charged for allowing money laundering. I'm sure that Trump increasing his personal wealth by over $3 billion from crypto had nothing to do with the pardon. It's, again, shocking. Shocking. And by the way, every fucking Republican from Mike Johnson to members of the executive branch should be relentlessly asked about this. If CNN or CNBC, which is a conservative, well, more financially conservative, Andrew Ross Sorkin is there, he's fairly liberal. But if CNBC and CNN aren't relentlessly asking questions about this, or ABC and others, then the media has failed, truly spectacularly. Blatant, egregious corruption. Alyssa Slotkin says in response, ban the presidential pardon, which of course would require a constitutional amendment, so that's never going to happen. But folks, again, shockingly corrupt, brazenly corrupt, objectively far more corrupt than any Democrat has ever been, infinitely worse than the very worst corruption you think may have happened under the Biden administration. And we're only 9 months in, and Trump supporters don't give a shit. It's not about principle, it's about power. And we need to punish the Trump administration if and when Democrats ever get back into power. There should be investigations, congressional testimony. Don't fucking do it behind the scenes. Jamie Raskin, I love you. If you're watching this, don't do this behind the scenes stuff. Well, we're going to be prudent. We're going to be prudent and mature, and we're going to investigate, Jared Kushner's Saudi Arabia deal behind the scenes. No, screw that. If you ever get back in power, haul these losers before Congress, put it on camera, and make them answer to the American people's satisfaction for their corruption. Make it a spectacle. Disgusting. In the meantime, let me know what you think in the comments.